So Rex Tillerson, former Secretary of State for Donald Trump, former CEO of ExxonMobil. Now, he left on not good terms with Donald Trump, basically fired. Now, that's a dramatic turn of events in any administration. Not in the Trump administration. It's probably buried between tweets, and there are so many controversies in the Trump administration that you almost forget that he fired his Secretary of State, which is really intense, dramatic news. And if any other president had done that, we'd probably still be talking about it. And it might be among the bigger issues and controversies of their term. If Obama had said, this John Kerry guy, he stinks, I'm firing him. Or if he had done that to another Secretary of State he had, Hillary Clinton, that would have been gigantic news. But we're used to the madness of Trump, so we roll on. Now, it was crazy to put Tillerson in there in the first place. He had no diplomatic experience, and so I'm giving you context here because I got no love for Tillerson. He never should have had that job, and I think that putting the CEO of ExxonMobil there was done on purpose to try to probably to revive a deal that we had with the Russians. That when I say we, in this case, it was literally ExxonMobil that had the deal with the Russians. It was a $500 billion deal, and that didn't work out because the Congress wouldn't have it, and they put sanctions on there. I had predicted just a couple of days before Rex Tillerson stepped down / was fired that he would go, and it's because at that point it was announced that the ExxonMobil deal was never going to happen, and that Exxon was giving up on it. So then Tillerson had no point in staying in the administration, but he did catch feelings, and he apparently still has not let it go. So he was giving a speech at the Virginia Military Institute, giving their commencement, and these are clear references to President Trump, and I like this drama. Okay, look at the veiled attacks on Trump.
Upon the state of our American democracy, I observe a growing crisis in ethics and integrity. If our leaders seek to conceal the truth, or we as people become accepting of alternative realities that are no longer grounded in facts, then we as American citizens are on a pathway to relinquishing our freedom. This is the life of non-democratic societies, comprised of people who are not free to seek the truth.
Wow, this is the life of non-democratic societies, people who are seeking to conceal the truth, accepting of alternative realities. Shots fired. So even the people that he brought in, I believe at least, to do some degree of corruption, inside the administration thought, wow, this is not what I signed up for. We're looking to make business deals. We're looking to lift sanctions. But it turns out these guys have a totally alternative reality. And if you might remember, one of the big conflicts between Tillerson and Trump was a story that was leaked about how after having a meeting with Trump, Tillerson came out and called him an effing moron. That's because Donald Trump is a total and utter moron. And anyone who works with him can see that. It's plain as day. And whatever criticism I have of Rex Tillerson, which is significant, he is not a dumb man. He ran ExxonMobil and fought his way to get up to that position, and they are one of the largest companies in the world. So for him to take orders from Trump, who is, to say that he's not intelligent is a great understatement, and to say that he is a liar is a great understatement. Had to get under his skin and they could get fired by him. Oh, for God's sake. So he's not done with him by damn sight. Here he goes again.
A responsibility of every American citizen to each other is to preserve and protect our freedom by recognizing what truth is and is not, what a fact is and is not, and begin by holding ourselves accountable to truthfulness and demand our pursuit of America's future be fact-based, not based on wishful thinking, not hoped-for outcomes made in shallow promises, but with a clear-eyed view of the facts as they are and guided by the truth that will set us free to seek solutions to our most daunting challenges.
Drums. So he keeps taking one shot after another on Trump. And I said veiled, but it is thinly veiled. Clear references Donald Trump not sticking with the truth, not sticking with facts. And by the way, more important than the drama between Tillerson and Trump is here's a guy who was at the very top of the Trump administration as Secretary of State, one of the most important positions there is in government. And he's giving you a warning. Not only does this administration lie over and over again, not only do they not care about facts, not only do they want to conceal things, but that it is a threat to our democracy. And that's a guy who was an ally of Donald Trump, a guy who is deeply right-wing. And he's telling the people at Virginia Military Institute, but obviously speaking to the whole country, be careful, watch out. This guy doesn't even believe in democracy. So one last one on this.
When we as people, a free people, go wobbly on the truth, even on what may seem the most trivial of matters, we go wobbly on America.
And Rex Tillerson's here to tell you, don't go wobbly on America, okay? And he's absolutely right about that. So I am concerned. You've got a poll out there, and this is one of dozens of different facts that have us concerned, where Donald Trump has gotten 61% of Republicans to believe that the FBI is manufacturing evidence against them and has, subverted the truth for justice, and actually got into a room, launched a conspiracy, risked their entire careers, all of them working in law enforcement and FBI and in the government for obviously, and as lawyers their whole career, and most of them Republicans. But Trump tells you, no, they got in a room and they decided to risk all of that to launch an insane conspiracy against the most powerful guy in the country. And he got 61% of Americans or Republicans to say, oh yeah, that's what happened. 21% are not sure. They're like, maybe everyone at the FBI is a liar and hatched the most unbelievable conspiracy in American history, or maybe they're telling the truth and Donald Trump might have done something wrong. Only 17% of Republicans, that's unbelievable. Only 17% of Republicans think that the FBI is just doing their job and that they're the top law enforcement in the country and they have not invented some insane conspiracy. So that is how you get wobbly on democracy. When you stop law enforcement, when you don't believe in the rule of law anymore, and you allow the leaders to subvert truth, justice, and yes, the American way, and our system of government. So here's a guy who is on the inside telling you, yes, that is what they're trying to do. Be careful. Don't let him do it. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.